It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Rockets in Houston. The Rockets have to feel pretty good about their recent play. They went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Well, the Pacers certainly have the defensive side of the game down pat. Very strong defense for them for several seasons running. The problem, Shaq, the offense, how do they make the most of their possessions?
Well, they don't have the personnel to get out and run, so they need to be very smart, especially when they slow it down. They have to minimize turnovers.
Well, to me, they're better at threes, so they got to give themselves credit for that. But I'd like to see them spread teams out just a little bit more.
And right now, the tip-off approaches, and Kevin Harlan is standing by.
The Indiana Pacers find themselves on the road looking for an interconference win. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
Kevin, I don't think they're too worried about the winning streak coming to an end, especially if they just do what they've been doing, which is play good, solid, smart basketball at both ends of the floor.
And given some of the other teams they've taken down during this streak, you've got to believe they're going to add one more to it tonight, as long as they don't come out here and lay an egg.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Powell is out there with Turner. Then there's Ellis, and it's Hill in at the one spot. Now here is Hill. Clock at 6. And it's blocked. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Rockets ball.
Knocked away. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And here's George. He's always able to provide big production, averaging 22 points a game. There's the feed to Ellis. Turner with a screen on Hill. 6 on the shot clock from 12 feet out. Ellis can't get it to go. Indiana on D. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game. They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
And here's Hill for 3. Powell pulls it in. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. George double teamed from 15 feet away. Hill, no good.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Up top, Modi Eunice. A 3 ball. The Pacers pull it in. Outside Hill. The pass to Turner. Dishes to Ellis. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Ellis has got 5 points so far.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Ariza with the bucket. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's the screen. The drive by Hill. Again, missing Hill.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Here's Powell. The three-pointer off the mark. The Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Harden. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying, a lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters second-guessing. He might have them third-guessing, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. He's off on the first. The Rockets making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Indiana also making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner, and it's Hill in for Powell. And George, here we go. Good D by Harden.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the dunk by Booker.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Shots good by Ellis. Houston in the lead. Kicks it to Booker. Hill against Hill. Trying his luck deep, and the basket by Hill. Hill's got 5 points so far. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hill has the open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Ariza has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. Pacers trail by 4. Ellis with it. He's picked up by Hill, and it's Hill. That time the assist from Monte Ellis. Hill's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
So for the Rockets, Corey Brewer's checked in for a reason. And so here is Indiana. They trail by 1. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
Guys, you wouldn't expect this year's series to go that way, but after last year, you never know.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2. Hill is out there with C.J. Miles, and it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Pick up by Hill. 5 to shoot. But 3. Hill, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Pacers trail by 3. Hill, a screen on Beverly. Pass to Miles. Lets it go with the 3. Kept alive by Indiana. And so it's Houston with it. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Here's Hill, following the score by Houston. Hill sets the screen for Hill. Goes up to the stripe. Hill has the open look, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Hill dishes to George. And it's sent back by Howard. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Stolen by Miles. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Hill kicks to George. The shot by Hill. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Howard kicks to Hill. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder was superb. He finished with 31 points and really orchestrated the offense as well as he piled up the assist totals. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Houston making it. And so we wrap up.
Well, Coach Vogel, a tough going for your guys so far tonight. What's been the biggest obstacle to pulling off your game plan?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. You know, we're not handling our pressure well enough. We're trying to work it inside. They're running, and we got to execute our counters.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Okay, eyes up front, guys. Our fans are really liking what we've done so far, and so am I. Let's go through some things. I like the number of assists we've racked up. That says a lot about the way we've been running our offense, and there's no reason we can't get more. Keep finding the open man. The guys I will give credit to are the guys who came off the bench and gave us the scoring pop we needed. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Ellis having a fantastic night. He's got 13 points, and he's chalked up one three-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Hill in at the one. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Freak. That's his first personal foul.
Indiana shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
The Rockets shooting their fifth free throw of the game here. That free throw good from Harden. Pacers trail by 13. Outside Hill. There's the screen. Ellis against Harden. Ellis the pass to George. Shot clock at 5. Indiana moving it around. The drive by Ellis.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Pacers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
At the line for the Rockets, Monte Ellis.
And Ellis drops them both. Houston leading by 11. Feeds to Howard. It's back to Hill. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Free. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Pacers trail by 13. Outside Hill. He kicks it to Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Shot clock at 6. The 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And here's George following the three-pointer by Freak. And George kicks to Ellis. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Here's Hill. James Harden picking up that last basket. Pulls up on the wing. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Hill with it. He's picked up by Hill. Turner with a screen on Hill. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
From beyond the arc. Kept alive by Houston, but they get it back. Tries yet again, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
All right, Houston, coming to the court, your own Rockets power dancers. Give it up!
And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out. Now that the mid well underway. You look at Houston. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, there's the Warriors, 9 games back.
And, you know, Houston, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
There better not be. I mean, if anybody still is doing that, they haven't been watching this group play. I mean, this is a dangerous team. Well, some really terrific numbers for Hill. He's got 19 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for the Rockets. Both free throws good from Hill.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
On the wing, Ellis, defended by Beverly. There's the dish to Ellis, looking to end the run.
Now let's take a look at Paul George, the stats on him. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 3rd in steals, 14th in scoring, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And, you know, it's his lightning quick hands that have made him one of the best at taking the ball away from opponents. He's also got excellent anticipation.
Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Beverly dishes to Hill. On the wing, Brewer. He feeds it to Booker. Hill with some nice D.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Rockets leading by 17. And George, here we go. That is good.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
And Beverly kicks to Hill. Another miss by Houston. Pacers trail by 15 to the middle. And George with the stuff.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Beverly against Ellis. Outside Hill. Indiana moving the ball around. Passes it to George. It's stolen by Hill. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Hill.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. In here, Moniunas is checked in for Howard. Riza comes in for Trevor Booker. James Harden, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Hill in for Ty Lawson. Then for the Pacers, Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. And it's Powell in for Hill. And so in the game for the Pacers, C.J. Miles is out there with Powell. Then there's Ellis. Then it's Turner. And it's George in at the 2.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Here's Powell. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Dwight Howard's checked in for Ejuan Moore. Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Harden. It's hauled in by George. Pacers trail by 14. Hill passes to George. To the inside. Moniunas with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And yes, sir, that one drops.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And for the Pacers, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And it's Hill penetrating, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And here's Hill for 3, and that one's good. Hill's got 28 points for the game.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Hill kicks to Ellis. And George now top of the key. The kick out to Hill. Clock at 4. The shot misses. The Rockets go the other way with it. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Ellis dishes to Hill. Turner with the screen for Hill. Shot off the pick. No good off the back of the rim.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Ellis, the pass to Turner. Outside for George. Trains the 3-pointer. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
The Rockets with another miss. Pacers trail by 14. Down low. Here's Hill. Powell kicks to Turner. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch?
And he gets it to go. Turner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
And it's Hill penetrating and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Both free throws good from Hill.
All right, Houston, coming on the court are your own Rockets power dancers. Give it up!
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, we don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug. Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Now, here is George. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Hill.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
There's the bucket. Good.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
It's stolen by Hill. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Hill's got 9 points in the quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
For three, Hill, and it's good. Hill's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Rockets.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
There's a good screen. George with no one around. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Howard, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Now, here's George. Five on the clock, and again, it's Indiana converting.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Rockets have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Rockets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And looking at the arc of the season, this is the first of 2 meetings on the year, so this will be a solid win to go up 1-0 in the season series against the Pacers.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Hill. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
To the paint. Ariza gets to Montezumas. Hill has the open look, connects from three-point range.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
His offensive performance was the main reason they walked out of here with the win tonight. You got a sense early on it was going to be a big game from him. His attitude, his swagger, it was B-I-G. He gave them an ultra-reliable option every time down the floor.
To me, it was his three-point shot that made the biggest difference for them. He was killing them from long range. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Houston Rockets. Houston has to feel pretty happy about their recent play. It's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for him, they have grabbed it over and over. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won the NBA championship, small market team, they're about 29th market. You know, San Antonio Spurs win the NBA champions, small market team, below 30 in terms of U.S. cities. So no, you just have to have guys want to be on good teams.
It's the home of the Clippers here in Los Angeles as 2K Sports presents our action live from the Staples Center. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Clippers hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. They've lost their last 3 games, and guys, they'd like that streak to end tonight here.
Well, in this league, the road is always tough on a team, Kevin, and anytime you get a chance to get home, you feel confident that you can stop any bleeding. And that's what this team is looking to do. Being at home, some home cooking, maybe they'll get things turned around.
And hopefully their fans embrace them and have some patience rather than getting on their case if things continue to go poorly. More than any other time, this is when they need that crowd behind them.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Hill in at the 5. Now here's Rivers following the miss by Freak. They get it back. Aldridge, no good. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Utah Jazz.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Well, Greg, I think you've got to try to convert the positives. Take them into the momentum of your next game and use them for momentum, and then take what you did well and double down the efforts here tonight. When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the evening. And here is Los Angeles now. On the wing, Green. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Harden kicks to Hill. Shoots the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's 6 points for Hill. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Picked by Griffin. Rivers dishes to Reddick. Griffin sets the screen for Reddick. And there's the pass to Rivers. Clock at 6. Rockets with the rebound. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Well, Greg, I think coming into the game, that's where they thought they had an advantage, and they did a great job exploiting it.
Passes to Ariza from 11 feet away, and it's Houston with another.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. They trail by 6. Griffin, that's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And he gets it to go. 8 points for Hill.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Picked by Griffin. Rivers a screen on Ariza. The drive by Green. He took good advantage of that screen. Reddick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Hill for 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Rivers. Right through the D for the layup. Rivers has got his first points of the night.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Hill passes to Harden. It's back to Hill. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. Outside, Green. Wing shot on the way. The shot is good off the backboard.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
We're playing too much.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Let's check in. Clippers trail by 6. So on the floor for Houston. Hill, he's in at shooting guard. Booker out there with Bonajunas. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Lawson in at the point guard. Now here's Redick. He's coming off a 25-point game against Utah.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He finished with 36 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. His outing ensured that his team would keep their hot streak going. An important factor indeed, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Feeds it to Redick from outside the arc. Booker pulls it in. Rockets leading by 6. Hill dishes to Ariza. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for J.J. Hickson. James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. On the wing, Turner. Gets an open look and hits. Turner's got his 3rd basket of the night. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Deep 2 from Hill. And Houston again with the bucket.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Outside Turner. Dishes it to Redick. Picked by Griffin. 6 to shoot. And Redick kicks to Aldrich. Cannot hit. So Houston will take it the other way. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Hill. And now a 10-point Rocket lead.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, Barton.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Puts up a 3. Booker the pass to Hill. From deep. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now let's jump over to the 2K leaderboard to get an idea of which big men have been this season's most low post scoring threats. Blake Griffin, number 1.
He is so polished offensively in the low post. I mean, even when the defense collapses, he's got guys all around, and he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
And you know, that's the thing. Operating in traffic is essential if you're going to be effective in the paint, and composure is essential as well. He doesn't get rattled easily, and that's why he's at the top of the list.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. He feeds it to Redick. They get a hand on it. The dish to Green. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Green, following the basket by Freak. And it's Green, missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the shot is good.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man, because he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
And he gets the bucket. And that's 20 points for Freak.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Griffin. Last time out, he had 13 points.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Hill has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's now 22 points for Hill. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Griffin. Here's Turner. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Houston.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a little.
And so that's the end of the first half. Rockets ahead, up by 15. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, here with Doc Rivers. And Doc, so far in this game, do you feel like the team is struggling getting good looks?
I don't mind the shots. They're good shots for the most part. I would like extra passes every once in a while, but overall, our shots have been not bad. We got to get stops.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, Rivers out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Green. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Griffin in at the power forward position. Here's Rivers. The offensive rebound. And Cole Aldrich with the slam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. Hill against Rivers. Montejunas with the steal. Here's Howard. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Howard's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. The Rockets, number 1.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Hill, and it's Houston with another.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Clippers trail by 15. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Griffin with it. He's picked up by Hill. Griffin sets the screen for Green. back to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. From 13 feet, it goes down. Griffin's got 10 points in the game.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Hill, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Aldridge kicks to Reddick. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets leading by 13. Ariza has the open look. Sinks the three-pointer. He has 7.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Rivers against Hill. Down low. Griffin dishes to Rivers. And stolen by Howard. And it's Houston on the break. And Ariza with the stuff.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He was intent on running their offense through Turner. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. And Lawson gets it to go on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
Griffin's shot is off. Rockets leading by 20. On the wing, Hill. From beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Oh, trying for it. Here's Booker. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Booker's got his first points of the night.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
Here's Griffin, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free. And for the Clippers, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Hill, he's in at the point. Moniunas out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Harden, and it's Moore in at the 3 spot. And here's Hill for 3. Again, missing Hill.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
And Reddick kicks to Aldridge. And the wide open shot from Green. That 3 off the mark.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 27 points for Hill.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Picked by Griffin. There's a screen. Reddick passes to Turner. Kicks it to Reddick. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And it's Hill penetrating, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And what a tremendous game for Hill. He's got 27 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for more. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Turner dishes to Reddick. Back to Turner. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Clippers trail by 19. There's a good screen to the inside. Aldridge, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
It's Howard with the drive. That's good.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Hill against Rivers. Picked by Griffin. There's Green with the 3, and that one's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Harden kicks to Hill. Takes the 3, and Motiejunas picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers trail by 17. Rivers with it. Out to the right wing, and the wide open shot from Griffin. Rockets with the rebound. Motiejunas has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Harden. 34 points for Hill.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Off the pick. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Jamal Crawford in for the Clippers. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Rivers against Hill. Griffin a screen on Ariza. Crawford right side, all sorts of time, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
LA has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Here's Rivers, and again it's the Clippers missing.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Hill can't get it to fall. Clippers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Rivers kicks to Green. Drains the 3-pointer. Green's got 6 in the quarter.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Deep 2 from Hill. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Houston.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for them in transition.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And once again, they're going to come out on top in this series. 3 straight victories in as many games this season against this club. They've done a great job of just playing their best when it has mattered most against the Clippers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Hill. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Clock at 6. Here's Griffin. Shot is off. And Houston the other way now. Hill drives in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. taking 2 shots. Free throw drops for Hill. Both free throws good from Hill. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Crawford passes to Smith. He dishes it to Turner. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Hill kicks to Harrell. It's back to Hill. There's the triple. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He was an offensive dynamo for them tonight. The way it was going, you could see sky was the limit for him in terms of scoring. And he didn't stop, at least until he was going to get 40.
To me, it was his three-point shot that made the biggest difference for them. He was killing them from long range. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We are honored to have you with us for our special presentation of the NBA on this Martin Luther King holiday. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And for Los Angeles, they're not going in the direction they'd like to be going at this point of the season. They've started to fade, maybe some fatigue setting in now as the schedule becomes a little more strenuous. And today we honor the one and only Martin Luther King Jr., a man who stood for the peace, unity, and equality of all people. It's a great day, Shaq.
That man gave his life for what he believed in. We are forever indebted.
Well, the progress that he made, truly he led by example. He lived his life a way that we could emulate. Instead of talking about it, he was being about it.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston. And that game moved the season series to 2-zip.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan, and they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair, and it's Hill in at the point guard position. On defense, the Rockets, they come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
The Rockets with another miss.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Harden against Russell. Out to the right wing. Here's Tucker. Knocks down the 3-ball. Tucker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
The kick out to Hill. 3-pointer. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And how about that, responding to the 3-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Russell with the bucket.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Hill gets to Modiunas. He feeds it to Howard. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force. You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And the basket by Hill. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Randall with a screen for Russell. Modiunas with the steal. Here's Harden. That's tipped. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Houston. On the wing, Hill. Plenty of space. And it's Houston with another.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Randall passes to Russell, and the layup is good. Russell's got his second basket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Kobe goes in. Here's Randall. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Zelli. Williams comes in for Bryant. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Russell. The Rockets also changing it up. Booker, he's checked in for Modiunas. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverley in for James Harden. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Clarkson kicks to Hibbert. No good. Good D by Howard. Brewer issues to Booker. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Houston shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. He misses the free throw. Los Angeles making a switch. 2 shots. Lakers trail by 10. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Hill in a 2-guard. Modiunas out there with Booker. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Lawson in at the point guard.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers was superb. He finished with 42 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I say it would make it to his greatest hits file. No doubt about it. Just a fantastic game for Hill. He has 11 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Now, here's Clarkson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Here's Ariza with a 9-point lead. The 3 from Hill, and it's Russell with the rebound.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Clarkson. Offline with his 3. Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And the basket by Hill.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The dish now to Clarkson. Hill with some nice D. Rockets leading by 12. Ariza passes to Booker. Now the feed to Hill. And Booker kicks to Ariza. Hill dishes to Moniunas. It's back to Hill. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
If they can end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Kobe's shot is off.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Lakers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Kobe's got his first 2 points of the night.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Kevin, let's take a look here to see where the Lakers rank in the NBA. 5th in blocks, 15th in opponent points per game. And you know what? They're also in the top half of the league in scoring second chance points. There's room for improvement there, but I don't think they're too disappointed with what they've done in that area so far.
You know, you talked about their spot in the shot blocking rankings. Their length and presence inside is not to be taken lightly. And trust me, their opponents are very conscious of it every time they drive the ball.
Here's Russell following the basket by Freak.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
That shot wide open. And the Rockets lead by 13.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
The stupendous finish in traffic. Hill's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's taller than most point guards, and he really put his length to use right there.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now, here's Clarkson, guarded by Harden. And a nice shot by Bryant.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And the Lakers with some changes. Brandon Bass is checked in for Randall. P.J. Tucker comes in for Kobe. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Clarkson. Howard's checked in for Houston. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Now, here is Russell. He's got 7, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens.
And that concludes the first
half with the score of your Lakers 33, the Rockets 44.
Welcome back to the 2K Sports Broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Randall out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Bryant, then it's Russell, and it's Zeller in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Howard. Pass to Ariza. Houston moving it around. For 3, Hill. Randall grabs the board. Lakers trail by 9. Russell with a wide open look. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. 10 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Russell following the basket by Dwight Howard. The drive by Russell. Can't get it to fall.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 10 and stolen by Ariza. And, oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And, Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight. Randall, a screen on Hill. Poke loose. Russell passes to Randall. Here's Bryant. Again, Los Angeles.
Kobe getting it done. Just a gorgeous shot that time.
Houston leading by 8. The drive by Hill. Howard. It's back to Hill. Again, missing Hill.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And the basket good. Hill's got 27 points.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
All right,
With a break in the action, time for a rundown now. The most accurate shooters at small forward. 10 games. Number 1, Trevor Ariza.
Obviously, looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He works very hard to get a lot of high-quality looks in close.
And that inside-outside game, I like to call it reversible clothing. It makes him the most accurate shooter among NBA small forwards.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Houston leading by 7. Lawson kicks to Hill. Eunice dishes to Lawson. Outside Hill. Rebound the Lakers. Zeller's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Double team on Williams. Dishes it to Kobe. Lets it go with the 3. Shot is off. And the Rockets take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Harden the pass to Lawson. Comes up empty down low.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Williams kicks to Clarkson. Picked by Randall. Inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
And
Lakers trail by 4. Taking a look at the Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Booker out there with Montejunas. And it's Hill in at the point.
How about this run they're in the midst of? On the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead.
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Here's the teardrop. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Russell.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Hill drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hill's got 29. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to Sacramento. Outside, Russell. To the paint. It's deflected. And he gets it to go. And that's now 7 points for Tyler Zeller.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Hill against Russell. Here's Clarkson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. It can't happen.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Booker.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Zeller, a screen on Harden. Clarkson dishes to Zeller. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Tucker kicks to Zeller. Here's Clarkson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. To the middle. Here's Harden. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 5th assist in this one.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's the screen. Russell kicks to Clarkson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Down low. Hill. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead. Russell against Hill. Zeller setting the pick for Russell. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. Bryant is checked in for Russell. Rockets have gotten it done so far from the field here in the 4th. Going 6 for 7. And the basket by Hill. And here is Los Angeles now. Outside, Kobe. Looking to get it going. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Even in close to the hoop. That's a tough one to drain when the defense is that stifling.
Lakers trail by 7. Clarkson passes to Kobe. He kicks it to Clarkson. To the paint. Here's Zeller. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far. Shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket. There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Zeller doing all sorts of things. He's got 11 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
At the line for 2.
Both good from the line that time.
He was very composed on that trip to the stripe. It's close to being a one-possession game now.
And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 40 points.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is awful.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Lakers coach as he addressed his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Here's Bryant, and it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Hill gets to Ariza. It's back to Hill. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Zeller, and again, no good by the Lakers.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
That defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy. This is a positive trend for them, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. And that's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting. They're doing a great job here in the second half. They've brought their free throw percentage up quite a bit. And that's winning basketball. That's one of the ingredients in winning basketball. Good free throw shooting. Take a look at what Clarkson's been doing. He's got 8 points and some good assists, too. 4 of them.
Jordan Clarkson. 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
You know, they've really improved at the line from the first half. Things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted a high percentage of them.
It's stolen by Hill. And now it's Hill running. He can go all the way. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Houston.
And Clark, we got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Well, basket after basket, they were in attack mode all game long.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini-series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Hill.
Don't be afraid to make the extra pass. It's open. Take it.
Converting every good chance he got.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. And that one's good. Russell.
Always fun to watch Kobe setting other people up.
Here's Houston now. Hill drives in. And Dallenberg pulls it down. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
And even that might not be enough.
Greg, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on the comeback.
And the basket by Hill.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quiet.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
So we see Houston taking the W here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points. Kenny, what did you think?
He was completely on a different level tonight, and his insane point total tells us that. Trust me, it's not easy to get that many points in this league, but he had their number tonight, and the coach did a great job of continuing running plays for him.
I love the contribution he gave with his long-range shooting tonight. He was on fire. That turned out to be the big key for them. If someone drove the lane and the defense collapsed, they would always kick it to him for another three. Splaka Katayow!
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Rockets in Houston. Houston has to feel pretty happy about their recent play. They have been a team on a mission this season. Best record in the NBA. We're getting deep into the schedule now, and they continue playing dominant basketball. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. The Houston Rockets coming to this one after a win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Doug McDermott is out there with Mirotic, and it's Gasol at the center.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket, and don't let them set up the defense.
Rose dishes to Butler for 3. No good. So Houston will take it the other way. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
Here's Rose. James Harden picking up that last basket. Outside Rose. Pass to Mirotic. 6 to shoot. His three-pointer's off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Out to the wing. From past the arc. And the Bulls with another miss. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's Harden with the drive. And that one's good. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Howard with the steal. And now it's Hill running. He can go all the way.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there, Greg, to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagrammed.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Rose against Hill. Mirotic the screen. Rose kicks to Butler. Dishes to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock to end the run. Uses the glass to drop it in.
And now that the seal is broken, maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, I don't think they really wanted to have as cold a start as they did, but maybe that'll break the ice and they'll move forward in fine fashion from here.
Ariza with the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Rose. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Hill. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging 39 points, 7 assists, rebounds. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
Some guys just have the gift, and he's one of them. You need points, he's your go-to guy.
We're We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Hill against Rose. Gasol passes to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Back to Gasol. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
And the Rockets making a change here. Booker's checked in. Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 7 points for Hill.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Now here's Gasol. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job. And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Hill. And it's Howard finishing it off.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's Gasol. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Harden kicks to Hill. Rebound by Rose.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
McDermott, no one around him. Rockets with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Harden, and he goes in for the dunk.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
We've got 1:13 left here in the opening quarter. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying, a lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters.
Substitution here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Booker. Monte Eunice comes in for Trevor Ariza. James Harden, he's checked in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Hill in for Patrick Beverly. Chicago also making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. Butler comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jody Meeks. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Chicago right now, they've got Jimmy Butler. Portis is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Rose in at the point guard. Portis can't get it to go. The drive by Hill. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And Mirotic kicks to Rose. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Howard. Howard down with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with Howard right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's Rose. He feeds it to Butler. Here's Roten. Off target from three-point range.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front. Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
To the inside, and stolen by Howard. Pass to Harden. Wide open look. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Bulls trail by 14. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. And that one's good. Roten. For Houston, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. And he gets it to go. Hill's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
Find out what Doris Burkhardt for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Motiejunas has the open look. Here's Howard. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Here's Harden, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goals.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Rockets lead by 16. And we'll be back for the...
Every dime is a flavor.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
And what a tremendous game for Hill. He's got 16 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Motiejunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Hill in at the 1. That's the 5 for Houston right now. 5 on the clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Inside, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And yes, sir, that one drops. And that's 12 points for Pau Gasol.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Hill kicks to Howard. Gasol with the steal. Here's Rose. He feeds it to McDermott. The shot will not go. Good D by Ariza. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Harden with it. Butler covering. And the basket by Hill.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Brewer is checked in for the Rockets. Gasol with the steal. Rose dishes to Butler. Rose against Hill. Rose kicks to Gasol. Butler passes to Gasol, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Here's Hill. Misses the slam off the fast break. Bulls trail by 14. Rose dishes to Butler. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Butler kicks to Mirotic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And stolen by Mirotic. Harden against Butler. The dish to Rose. Back to Butler. Tries to keep it alive. Hill with it. He's got 19. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers put on a show. He ended up with 50 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Here's Roten. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And the Bulls, another 3.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Roten with it. He's picked up by Hill. Roten, the pass to Gasol. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Houston leading by 10. Harden kicks to Brewer. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Bulls have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Kicks to Roten. Fires top of the key. No good. And it's Houston the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Hill leading the charge. That's good. Booker's got 8. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. 4 on the shot clock. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Here's Harden. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Now, here's Roten. He's guarded by Hill. Now Roten, 12 points for him. Misses off the right iron. This one for 3. The shot no good. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been. Houston making some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for E'Twaun Moore. And it's Hill in for Ty Lawson. And Chicago also making a switch. Pau Gasol's checked in for Jody Meeks. So for Chicago right now, Doug McDermott is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Dunleavy in at the 2.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Rose kicks to McDermott. They set the pick. Here's Dunleavy. He's guarded by Hill. Rose, a screen on Hill. Here's McDermott. And again, Chicago. No good. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Howard. Ariza with it. Now defended by McDermott. And he gets it to go. Beverly's got 4 this quarter.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's now 6 points for Nikola Mirotic.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Outside Hill. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hill's got 25 points.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
He's looking for Howard and finds him. Beverly wide open. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple. The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Harrell, he's checked in for Howard. Trevor Booker comes in for Monty Eunice. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Patrick Beverly. On the wing, Hill, he's guarded by Meeks. Well, Chicago's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And a one-sided season series this has been. I mean, in the final game of the year between these two teams, they do everything necessary to finish up with a 2-0 record against the Bulls.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Hill. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
A wide-open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Shot and game clock separated by 5.
You can see it in his eyes. It became mano-mano. He wanted to return the favor with that three, but just didn't get it to go.
From outside the arc, can't hit.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had a tremendous first half, and that clearly inspired the whole team after halftime. Gave him a big lift.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
Well, just look at his assists. I mean, that tells the story for the game right there. He was seeing the court so well, always seemed to make the right decisions. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal,
It's the 2K.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Detroit Pistons. And guys, for the Pistons, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. Detroit had some players leave over the summer and over last season as well. It's a young team. Looks like they're going to try and build around Andre Drummond. How do they go about that, Kenny?
Well, Drummond's not a big threat from the outside. So, you have to have a stretch 4 that could help him out a lot. Then he'd have room for interior. They drafted Stanley Johnson. The kid is going to be pretty special. And spacing around the perimeter is going to help. And that will make Detroit a much better team.
The Pistons continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tobias Harris still injured. They're counting the days until he returns.
Yeah, I hear you, Kevin, but really it's an issue for both teams in regards to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through the injuries and still come out on top.
And there's probably a lot of sympathy these teams have for one another. They're both going through it, if you will, at the same time.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Taj Gibson is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Johnson in at the 3. Harden's shot is good.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Here's Drummond, and it's sent back by Howard. Ariza goes in. Rebounded by Jackson.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Howard kicks to Hill, and he gets the bucket. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, ran away with that game, mainly in part because of their offense.
Yeah, the ball movement and player movement, so crisp and sharp, and it led to a lot of high-quality shots for him. He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Harden kicks to Hill. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's 7 points for Freak.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. The shot is off. The Rockets go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Johnson the screen. Jackson against Ariza. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. In the corner, Harden down low. The kick out to Hill. And another 3 for Houston.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Ariza against Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end the run. The Rockets pull it in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Hill has the open look. Off target with his three.
He just never looks comfortable when he's that far away from the basket.
Again, missing Hill.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Caldwell Pope passes to Jackson. It's stolen by Hill.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last one.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide-open, long-range shots, and that's why we see the great numbers from the three.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Monty Eunice. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for James Harden.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
It's taken away by Brewer. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
And here's Leonard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. No good from Bogut.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, scrapping, Clark, for each and every rebound. They are not backing down.
Talk about a terrific game for Hill. He's already got 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Both free throws good from Hill. Here's Jackson. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. Bogut sets a screen for Jackson. Passes it to Bogut. Morris outside. Clock at 6. It's Jackson with the drive. Here's Bogut. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. Houston with a big group substitution here. Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. Ariza comes in for Brewer. James Harden, he's checked in for E'Twaun Moore. And it's Hill in for Patrick Beverly. And a different look here for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Bogut. Boozer comes in for Leonard. Johnson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Reggie Jackson. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Monty Eunice out there with Booker. And it's Hill in at the 1 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He finished with 27 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Sessions against Hill. And the rejection by Harden. Here's Drummond. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And it's Hill penetrating. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Hill's got 8 here in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's the screen. Johnson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Drummond the screen. The feed to Johnson. Here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Harden. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was. And
the Rockets making a change here. Lawson's checked in.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
That's good. 24 points for Hill.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Johnson with a screen on Lawson. And Sessions kicks to Johnson. That ball's great assist by Ramon Sessions.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Ariza outside. It's back to Hill. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing.
And so that's the end of the first half. Rockets ahead. They lead by 13. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Taj Gibson is out there with Johnson. And it's Drummond in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And that sends Freak to the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up. The Rockets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
From in close, tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Drummond's got 10.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Houston shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Free throw drops for Hill. Pistons trail by 15. Outside Jackson. Inside. And it's Drummond missing.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Pistons on 2 of 4.